Good morning, students. This is Murthy, sir. Today you will learn about different types of terrestrial and aquatic ecosystems and also Koringa ecosystem. First, let us learn about grassland ecosystem. In every ecosystem, you will find an interdependence between biotic and abiotic components. Grasslands are the key life source to sustainability and are essential in sustaining soil health. Having a wealth of grasslands provides our ecosystem with sufficient clean water, helps prevent floods, and promotes the natural production of food crops and meats. Sustainability, it means utilizing the natural resources in a careful manner and preserving them for future generations. In this picture, you can observe the grazing animals in a grassland ecosystem. They are herbivores and the primary consumers. Animals and insects that live in grassland habitats include bees, bison, butterflies, elephants, giraffes, etc. In this picture, you can observe giraffes family. They are important herbivores in a grassland ecosystem. Butterflies are attractive insects which feed on nectar of different flowers and they play an important role in pollination of flowers. Now let us see forest ecosystem. Forests are one of the important natural resources. A forest ecosystem is a terrestrial unit of living organisms, that is, plants, animals, and microorganisms, all interacting among themselves and with the environment, that is, soil, climate, water, and sunlight, in which they live. Forests are one of the important natural resources in the world and they occupy 40% of the world's land area. We will find a rich diversity of living organisms in a forest ecosystem. In this picture, you can observe different kinds of animals, herbivores, carnivores, which are living in a forest ecosystem. In a forest ecosystem, we will find different kinds of food chains and the interconnected food chains, they form the food web. Now let us learn about desert ecosystem. In a desert, there will be scarcity of water and high temperature. So there will be tough living conditions and the animals and plants which survive in a desert, they have to adapt to those extreme hot and arid conditions. A desert ecosystem is defined by the interactions between organisms, the climate in which they live, and any other non-living influences on the habitat. Deserts are arid regions, that is, dry regions, that are generally associated with warm temperatures. However, in some deserts, in winter time, extreme low temperatures will be there. In this picture, you can observe some desert organisms: camel, desert tortoise, cactus, prickly pear. All these are desert organisms. Now let us learn about Koringa ecosystem. This ecosystem exists near the seashore in waterlogged condition. It is an estuarine ecosystem and consists of mangrove swamps. Since the sea and freshwater meet in this region, there are periodic tides which bring rich nutrients. The Koringa Wildlife Sanctuary is located in this area and it supports a variety of flora and fauna. Flora means different kinds of plants and fauna means different kinds of animals. A mangrove is a shrub or small tree that grows in coastal saline or brackish water. The term is also used for tropical coastal vegetation consisting of such species. Mangroves occur worldwide in the tropics and subtropics, mainly between latitudes 25 degrees north and 25 degrees south. Mangroves, they grow in waterlogged condition. To get sufficient oxygen, aerial roots, they grow from the base of the stem into the air. Now let us learn about freshwater ecosystem. Freshwater ecosystems are a subset of Earth's aquatic ecosystems. They include lakes, ponds, rivers, streams, springs, bogs, and wetlands. They can be contrasted with marine ecosystems which have a large salt content. Freshwater ecosystem is a habitat for animals like fishes, prawns, crabs, tortoises, snails, and primary producers like green algae and hydrophytes, that is, aquatic plants. Now let us learn about marine ecosystems. The word marine is related to sea or ocean. Marine ecosystems are aquatic environments with high levels of dissolved salt. These include the open ocean, the deep sea ocean, and coastal marine ecosystems, each of which have different physical and biological characteristics. In the marine ecosystems, we will find a rich diversity of living organisms, different kinds of invertebrates and different kinds of vertebrates, and some plants like seaweeds. They are also called kelps. They are brown algae, and the floating pastures of seas, that is, diatoms, green algae. All these survive in this marine habitat. All organisms in an ecosystem depend upon each other. If the population of one organism rises or falls, then this can affect the rest of the ecosystem. This means that all the organisms in an ecosystem are dependent upon each other. We call this interdependence. In this picture, you can observe one food chain: primary producer, primary consumer, secondary consumer, tertiary consumer, and finally the decomposers. This is one food web. In this, many interconnected food chains will be there.